Tina Knowles, the matriarch whose unyielding support forged the empire of Destiny's Child and beyond, has shared a profoundly personal reckoning with the aftermath of her 33-year marriage to Mathew Knowles. Speaking at the 5th Annual Inspirational Women Forum and Leadership Awards, she laid bare the tangled emotions of disentanglement, offering a blueprint for reinvention that resonates far beyond the Beyoncé dynasty. With daughters Beyoncé and Solange as living testaments to her nurturing, Tina's vulnerability here is a masterstroke of empowerment, transforming private pain into public inspiration. The union with Mathew, manager extraordinaire who shepherded Destiny's Child from Houston church choirs to global domination, was a symbiosis of ambition and artistry. I was married for 33 years. I'd been with someone for 33 years, and you can imagine how intertwined our lives were with Destiny's Child and that career, Tina recounted, her voice steady but shadowed by memory. It was a partnership etched into history. Mathew's business acumen launching Survivor and Destiny Fulfilled, Tina's seamstress hands stitching their iconic wardrobes, those beaded catsuits and crystal halos that defined Y2K glamour. Their split in 2009, finalized amid whispers of infidelity, wasn't a rupture but a slow unraveling, leaving Tina at 59 to confront solitude in a life scripted for two. Fear gripped her initial steps toward freedom. I thought, how do I untangle this ball of yarn? Because my life is so intertwined with my ex-husband. This metaphor captures the Gordian knot of shared ventures, from Beyoncé's solo pivot with Dangerously in Love to Solange's indie soul and a seat at the table. Mathew's role as patriarch extended to producing, promoting, and protecting, making separation feel like severing a limb. Yet Tina and Mathew had always championed their girls' dreams, from backyard talent shows to Def Jam deals. When she chose exit, depression descended. I didn't know how to be solo without this other person who I had been with for 33 years. It's a confession that echoes universal midlife reckonings, empty nests, shifted identities, but amplified by the Knowles legacy's weight. Rebuilding began in the quiet. I thought to myself, I'm 59. Where am I going to get a man? I'm not going to the club. There was so much of me that was thinking about the fact that I didn't have a man. This raw admission defies the poised image of Tina as Beyoncé's style savant or Solange's collaborator on Santo Domingo. Instead, it humanizes her, revealing the societal scripts women internalize, worth tied to partnership, desirability fading with time. Enter therapy, her North Star. With the help of my therapist, I began to write out all of the things that were good in my life, and they far outweigh the bad. This exercise, simple yet seismic, reframed her narrative, from loss to abundance. Daughters thriving, grandchildren's giggles, a career in beauty with secret hair care. These pillars outweighed the void. Tina's post-divorce bloom has been luminous. At 70, she's a red carpet fixture, her locks and laughter defying ageism. Remarriage to actor Richard Lawson in 2015 brought companionship without erasure of her history. Yet, her forum reflections center self-reclamation, untangling that yarn to weave anew. 4 women in her audience, entrepreneurs, mothers, survivors. It's a sermon in resilience. Destiny's Child's ethos of bootylicious self-love finds maturity here, in acknowledging depression's grip and gratitude's release. The Knowles split's ripple effects linger in Beyoncé's art. Lemonade's betrayal catharsis, Cowboy Carter's reclamation of roots. Solange's When I Get Home pulses with maternal homage. Tina, ever the architect, credits therapy for bridging generations. Her story isn't cautionary but courageous. A reminder that 59 isn't endpoint but interlude. As she listed life's goods, health, heritage, heart, the scales tipped, birthing a freer self. In this reflection, Tina Knowles doesn't diminish the tough period. She dignifies it, turning yarn into tapestry. For every woman pondering her own untangling, it's permission to grieve, to list, to love solo. The ball unravels, but the weaver endures, threads stronger for the pull.